Welcome to another episode of OG55. Today we are doing another reaction video. OG and Mr. Webba, we're reacting to a fantastic content creator that I just discovered not too long ago. He went to Epic Universe, and some of the footage he has of this park at night is absolutely incredible. We're going to look at it. We're going to break it down, talk about it up next on OG55. Welcome on board, everybody, to another episode of OG55. Today, we are showcasing a content creator that first time that we have reacted to here on the channel. I just found this gentleman's content, and it is awesome. So we're gonna watch the video, react to it, break it down. But before we do, I want to introduce the one, the only, Mr. Webba, our friendly neighborhood OG55 Spider-Man. How you doing, Mr. Webba?
OG, but thank you so much for having me on this video tonight. I'm actually really curious to see this footage and from this content creator. So yeah, thank you so much for having me on. I can't talk tonight, but you can find me on Twitter, Mr. Webba at Webslinger760. You can also find me on Threads and Instagram, Mr. Webba at Cobweb91. You can also find me here on OG55.
Yes. All right, so let's rock and roll here. We got DZ Rides. Make sure you go over to DZ Rides on YouTube, give him a subscribe, and smash that like button. Check out his content. He does a lot of great stuff. I just found his content a couple of weeks ago-ish. I think maybe a week or two ago. I'm not really sure, but really cool stuff. He's got a cool vibe to him and everything. So let's go ahead, Mr. Webba. Let's kind of break this down and check out what he's got.
Hey, yo, y'all heard that? Hey, y'all heard that? Oh, look at that gold now already hitting me. Oh, I feel golden. It's already hitting. This is crazy.
Mountain.
Guys, look at the lights. We're in Celestial right now. This is, I don't even know what to say. It's honestly just leaving.
Bro, this is crazy. I mean, this is gorgeous, I mean, this is right. This is the Helios, and it's given like, look, I've been to Vegas many times, and the Bellagio is very elegant and very classy hotel. This is kind of reminds me very much of the Bellagio, which is not a bad thing. Like I said, Bellagio is one of the best hotels, I think, in Vegas. But what are your thoughts on this, man? I mean, this is inside a theme park.
Well, what's funny is like that, as he was saying, it's very golden. Like, I love that he was saying that because literally the way the sun was, it was very golden, like around, with the sunlight. And even here, very golden, right? A lot of like yellows and golden hues here. But no, yeah, this looks very, very nice. Obviously we're still like in that kind of sun setting time right now. But so far, like the area, it does look really, really good. I'm curious though when we move forward to see what it looks like when it's dark.
Yeah, because right now, it's kind of like what do they call that? Is it dusk? I think they call it officially dusk. Yeah, kind of get that dusk vibe. But even in dusk, with the sun not fully setted yet, this looks absolutely incredible.
Yes.
And I love the kind of that world of color Bellagio style fountain in the front.
Yeah,
nice little right.
Yeah, and I don't know if you just saw, but if you go back a couple seconds, it looks like these fountains could have color in it, like world of color, because I saw like
guys,
blue,
look at the
blue light.
Let's see. Yeah, they do. They do have color. They absolutely do have color. So awesome. Let's continue.
That's cool. That's really cool.
So it's like I've been to the park 15 times, like I said before, but this is the first time seeing the park like this.
But even like if you check back here, right? Like check this out, man. This is crazy, right? Like check out that sign.
So it's like I've been to the park 15 times, like I said before, but this is the first time seeing the park like this.
That's cool.
I mean, even the signage is beautiful at night. Like this Astropub. That's dope, man.
Well, dude, here's the thing, right? As everybody says, it's called Epic Universe, right? And this area,
Park.
Yes, it's been kind of described as kind of like the hub-ish of the park, right? So it's not its own distinct land, if that's correct. But in a case where you have something kind of based off like the kind of space theme, right? Or like a celestial theme. You want the lighting to really pop on here. Now, from what I've heard, Epic Universe as a whole is a nighttime park. I don't know that for sure. I haven't been, but that's just what I'm hearing. And I hear it's very beautiful. In the area called Celestial Park, I expect it to be beautiful at night.
Yeah. Celestial Park, when you have anything themed to the stars and the planets and the constellations, you're right, but that's a great point you're making there. This thing has to hit so hard at night. And it looks like they've succeeded because, like, you know, it's elegant. It has that elegant, classy vibe, but it's just spectacular. I mean, this sign is absolutely breathtaking, and just a freaking sign. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a sign.
Oh my God. As you can see, it's completely dark outside. We're about to hit our first official ever night ride at Epic Universe. Gonna hit a little ride on Curse of the Werewolf. Curse of the Werewolf, absolute banger at nighttime. That was so good. Like, it's so dark back there. Well, out here, it's not even back there because we're going over the pathway to the park. And this area in the park is so dark in general. It's perfect at nighttime. Honestly, it's a good ride during the daytime, but if you can ride at nighttime, definitely ride at nighttime. All right, yeah, I think I could actually live here. Dark Universe at nighttime. This is absolutely just...
I mean, bro, this is crazy. This is cool, right? I mean, Dark Universe, this is crazy. Okay, the crazy thing is that, you know, I have videos that I did from like years ago, man, like 2 and 3 years ago, saying, I don't know, you know, I'm not really sure about this Monsters Land. Is a 100-year-old franchise. Is it really going to resonate with normies? Are normies going to care about the Frankenstein and the Wolfman and all that stuff? And honestly, I couldn't have been more wrong. Okay. I mean, this land is like the star of the show, in my opinion. I think it's absolutely breathtaking. And look at this portal. Look at the purple hues and all that. And it's alive. It's alive. It's that Frankenstein, you know, that classic line from the Frankenstein movies. It's just breathtaking, man.
No, beautiful.
This is what it needs.
And another thing too that I brought up.
That's so cool.
Isn't that dope, dude? And I was talking to our our friend George about this. And when I play, you'll see it better. But the screen in these portals, they kind of have like depth to them. Like, it doesn't feel flat. Like when you look at the what is it, like a galaxy or outer space or whatever, it looks like there's like depth. Like you can reach in. Here, I'll kind of go back a little bit so you can see it.
Interesting.
Yeah, check it out, bro. This is crazy. Watch
nighttime,
this.
Definitely ride at nighttime. All right, yeah, I think I could actually live here. Dark Universe at nighttime. This is absolutely this is what it needed. This is unreal. This is absolutely.
You know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah. So it looks like, I don't know if it's like a glass and then a screen or something, because when you look at it, it looks like there's like 2 layers, and it looks like you have it looks like you have like the outside, which we can probably touch if we wanted to. And then there's another side to it, which then it's like moving, like the effects are moving in it or something. That's when that quick shot, that's what it looked like. Yeah,
right. It just has like that cool. Let's play it again, because this is kind of interesting. So he goes in. Let's see here. So he goes in, and it just has like this.
Yeah. So right here, right. If you look at the kind of little swirls behind the stars, the little swirls are moving to the left while the stars are staying put, but there's little lightning effects on the sides.
Yeah, man, it's a cool effect. It's really, really cool. And I'm sure in person it's absolutely crazy cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, really awesome.
Absolutely unreal out here. The fact that it's just dark everywhere, it just suits it so well. The lighting.
That is sick.
Bro, that is like wild to me. Let me go back a little bit, dude. Let's go back. Let's check this out.
The fact that it's just dark everywhere.
This thing is going to be, I mean, this alone is worth a trip to Epic Universe at night, I think, you know?
Oh my God. Dude, OG, this is so cool, dude. Like, Disney doesn't have any place where they have fire effects in the park, right? Except maybe at Disney Sea from the volcano. I think.
Yeah, Disney Sea does have that volcano effect. Yeah, but and I've never been to Disney Sea. Unfortunately, I've never been to Japan. If I went to Japan, I wouldn't be here. I would be there, right? Certainly. But this, yeah, you're right. Disney doesn't have any fire effects that I'm aware of, and Universal is all about it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the dragon over there at what is it? Diagon Alley breathes fire.
Yes.
We got this effect, dude. And this is the kind of thing that I really want to see Disney do when it comes to Villains Land. I don't want Disney to get shy when it comes to this dark, scary, creepy stuff, man. I want them to go all in on that. There's an opportunity here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Disney to like sugarcoat this Villains Land. It has to have the same vibe that we're feeling here with Darkmoor. You know,
well,
go ahead.
And that's why when I was watching a video that you were doing with George and maybe someone else, but the point you brought up was a very good point, OG, and it's one that I've been thinking about, but I never brought up. But I'm glad you did though, and I agree with you. Is like, okay, Villains Land, right? Villains Land. It sounds super dope, right? Dark, creepy, spooky, right? But then it's like, okay, it's like, okay. Are the villains going to be scary? Like, are we going to see like the Frollo that you see in a parade? You know,
dude,
or like Jafar, he's just walking around.
Exactly. Dude, that's exactly my fear, right? Or Hades. You know, he's so goofy. He's so goofy looking with the costume. So
yeah.
even if they nail the aesthetics of the land, like let's just say they do a dark universe style Villains Land, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have like Hades walking around like this with his blue hair. It looks silly. So are they gonna now? Honestly, it would be kind of cool if they actually kind of like reimagine the villains' costumes for Villains Land. Give us some more realism with these characters to kind of fit the aesthetics of the land better. Because the cartoony ones they currently have, like you said, Webba, that they use in the parades and stuff, ain't gonna cut it. Okay.
No. And here's the thing. I think the villains, and I'm including all of them, including the costume head ones, such as Frollo, Jafar, Captain Hook. I think, in my opinion, all the villains in Villains Land need to be actually face characters. Okay.
Yeah.
Give them good prosthetics for sure, but they need to be face characters because they need to have that better interaction to make it feel more like a creepy Villains Land, in my opinion. Like the cartoony weird costume they have that you see in the everyday parade or the park. I'm sorry, it's not going to cut it. It's not going to be creepy. It's not going to be a spooky villain. I mean, we know they're bad villains, yes, obviously. But what we see in the park is a costume representation of the animation of the cartoon, right? And which, yes, that is them, correct. And I like my characters to look like the characters. However, when we're talking about something dark, spooky, and creepy, that's not it. That's the problem. So if they did a costume change, as what you're putting out there, OG, I agree with that. You know, give them some different costumes. Now, for example, the witch from Snow White. I think that's fine. Maleficent always looks fucking fantastic. Dr. Facilier, he's a smooth, pristine villain machine. I like his forte there.
Me too.
And here's the thing, I think it'd be cool in Villains Land if you had like his friends from the other side stuff in Villains Land. That'd be dope.
Oh, it'd be awesome, man. And the cool thing about Villains Land too is like out here in California. By the way, the fourth largest economy in the world now. So let's go. Let's go, California.
Hi, Mustard on the beat.
Well, OG, bro. But here's the thing, though. They just passed Japan. The place you want to go to.
I know they did. We just passed Japan, California, fourth largest. It's crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. But out here in California, we have Oogie Boogie Bash, right? And Boogie Bash has a little thing called Villains Grove, which is really, really cool. They utilize a lot of projection mapping to kind of do like shadows of like the hyenas from Lion King and all this cool stuff. I want to see projection mapping like up the wazoo over there at Villains Land. I want to see them projection map on all that gorgeous rock work and really bring that thing to life at night. Disney can do it, but they have the balls to freaking do it and do it right.
Well, I think another thing that Universal does well, which I want to see Disney do, OG, in terms of like villains, because I mean, let's face it, you can't have like a villain walking around as Scar, right? Like on 2 feet or something, right? So I would love to see Disney take the approach that Universal does, which is very well done, is like the costume character like puppeteering thing that they have going on. Like, I don't know how they do that with with the Velociraptor like Blue or the Triceratop or whatever.
Right.
or even like a Megatron and stuff at Universal, how they have these characters where you're like, how the hell do they do that? I want to see that type of format in Dark, not Dark Universe, in Villains Land, for villains that are not bipedal humanoid beings, right?
Yes, exactly. You can do a lot of creative stuff. Like Universal is great at that with these figures and stuff. Like the little dragon I think it's in Wizarding World, right? That you see it, the woman's holding the dragon, and like you were saying, like Megatron, and like the Triceratops over there at the one we have at Universal Hollywood looks really cool.
Toothless at Epic Universe. So imagine if we had a villain that was a Disney character, but in that type, again, if they're not like a bipedal humanoid thing, but they could have a kind of a costume puppeteering thing, or however they do that, such as Toothless, such as the Triceratops or Blue or whatever. Have that, so that way it feels more authentic, right?
100%.
Yeah, and again, I don't want this to be these cheesy, cartoony looking. No. I'm Hades,
we're good on that. We're good on that. Or even like with the projection mapping, if you were to do like some creative stuff where like you have the shadows of the hyenas and Scar, you don't see the characters, but the shadow is reflecting on the rocks, and you can hear them talking and hear the hyenas laughing. I mean, that would be freaking sick, man. There's a lot of different creative ways you can kind of go about this, but Disney, come on.
Where it just suits it so well, and the lighting on the castle, man, this is
and Frankenstein Manor too. This is the cool thing, man. It's cool how they took you have like this kind of like stonework Gothic, I guess. I'm not really sure. I'm not like an architecture guy. I'm assuming Gothic. I don't know. But the stoneworky, old-timey looking castle. But then you have that juxtaposed with the lightning going through it. It's like so Frankenstein, bro. Like, dude, I want to give a big shout out to G Prodigy. I give him a shout out like in every video we do about this land. But the guy is an absolute genius. What he did, like he's one of the main creatives over there at Universal, right? And this is like his project. What he did here and his team, what they did with Unchained is surreal. And I love the aesthetics, the vibe, spot on tone, bro. Like if you're building a ride about monsters and it's centered around that Frankenstein lore, this is what you do. He couldn't have hit every note more perfectly than what he did.
Honestly, it's kind of leaving me speechless. Honestly, this is kind of like my first time reaction to Stardust. Just seeing everything out here in the actual dark this is unreal. Last stop of the day, we're back here at Celestial Park. I'm about to do my most anticipated thing. Oh man, we're about to hit Stardust Racers at nighttime. This is gonna be the first time that anybody has ever rated Stardust Racers. Oh, it's time to ride. It's time to ride. Oh, let's go. It's literally 8:59 right now, or it's only 9:59. No, 8:59. 8:59. The park closes like right now. So, hey, we're about to be like some of the first people to ever ride Stardust Racers at nighttime. This is, oh man, this is gonna be amazing. Unfortunately, though, I'm not gonna be able to show you guys how cool it looks at nighttime on ride. So you already know the drill. Gotta go right back into a locker. But trust me, I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like.
Whoa,
dude, okay. OG, pause. Okay, so people, me and OG are not big coaster people at all, right? But I will say though, and here's the thing, like I was actually kind of talking a lot of crap about this ride because I'm like, again, it's another coaster or whatever, right? And it's just like, again, OG, for you, the sight lines from what was it?
From Isle of Burke, yeah. And that's like such a douchey like fanboy thing, but I can't help it. It does bug me a little bit, but the normies don't care. But yeah, a nerd like it bugs. But go ahead.
No, so when we were seeing construction footage from OG, what was the gentleman's name from Twitter? The guy that
BioReconstruct.
Yes, from BioReconstruct. Amazing footage and pictures and stuff. Again, like in the daytime, it looked just like any regular coaster. I'm like, okay, whatever, not a big deal. At least, in my opinion. But again, hearing that this is a nighttime park and this is a nighttime area, seeing the lighting effects on the freaking side of the coaster trains, that is fucking sick, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you.
That actually reminds me because I heard that there's a flux capacitor on the back of the train, and if you look at the little lighting sparkles on the sides, it looks like the effect of when the DeLorean is like going 88 miles per hour, and before it like travels, it's like that.
Oh, you're right. I never picked up on that. That's dope, dude. Let's go back and check that out because I want. You're right.
All right, so you
Check
already
that
know
out.
the drill. Got to go right back into a locker, but trust me, I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like.
Hey, look at that,
Yeah, man. Oh,
dude. That is. Well, it changes color too.
oh, that's gorgeous.
That's cool. Look at that. Yeah, see, it's like lightning almost.
What? And oh my god! And see, this is the cool thing, man. For at night, okay, so this is supposed to be like comets, I guess, or something like that, or give that comet look.
Yeah.
At night, especially when you're far away,
Yeah.
like it really gives that illusion, like it's like just comets going through space, dude. It looks pretty. Like watch, like when check it out. Like from this distance, dude,
Yeah.
you can't see the track.
Or like really the base of the train. All you see is like the sides. Really.
Yeah.
That is dope. No, that's actually really cool, and it's actually really beautiful too. Like this, look at that. That's gorgeous. So I'm going to eat my words, OG. Yes, it's a coaster, but at nighttime, this thing looks beautiful.
Hey, I gotta eat my words too, because I was like, yeah, whatever, it's a regular coaster. But in the night, at night, this thing is like no pun intended, it shines. It shines. Yeah, this is gorgeous. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I'm telling you, a big shout out. I wanted to just give a big shout out again to DZ Rides, because this is fantastic footage. You know, this is really cool stuff.
Mhm.
Everyone, make sure you subscribe to him.
And click that like button.
Oh man, that's sick.
Dude. Yeah, and also too, I've also heard this coaster is very intense, like even more intense than Velocicoaster.
All right, I just got off a night
Yeah.
ride. Stardust Racers.
I've heard that too, which is very interesting. We have a buddy, Universal High. He's a great dude. He was saying that like he actually got kind of sick on it, and that kind of surprised me because it looks so smooth.
Right.
It's almost like this ballet in the sky, very like it just kind of careens. Where Velocicoaster looks intense, like it looks like that thing is moving and really like just shaking the hell out of you. Where this one looks a little bit more like serene, but apparently it's not. Apparently it's really intense, and it's like on par or even maybe a little more intense than Velocicoaster, which really surprised me when I heard that, to be honest with you. So
I wonder if it's not because of the smoothness or the speed. I wonder if it's because of the G-forces you probably feel on this thing.
yeah. Oh, I'm sure. And also like it's a dueling coaster, so maybe a lot of it too is like people have their head turned looking at the other coaster, so it hits you different, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense, because it's like that visual thing, and it might kind of give you like the spins kind of feel. Like the kind of like spin dizziness thing, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. That actually happened to me recently on the Hippogriff thing over at Universal Hollywood.
Yeah.
I went on that. Yeah, I went on that thing with my buddy, and I like looked back for some reason, and then it was like turning, and it was almost like the goat trick on Big Thunder.
Oh, okay.
And when I turned my head, I was like, oh wow, I was seeing stars, bro. I thought I was in Celestial Park.
I don't even have any words anymore. Like I've never been.
What was that?
Sorry, can you pause it? Because I have to tell this story, bro. I have to tell a story. Okay, so everybody,
yeah.
So I have to tell a story. So it was funny when what was it, last year? I think, early last year, around this time last year, I met up with OG and Wizard at Universal, and for the first time at Universal, and that's my first time meeting theme park wizard. Shout out to Mr. Wizard. He's the man with Universal. But I remember when we went on Flight of the Hippogriff, and OG, I was cracking up, dude, because again, you're not really a rides guy in the first place, but you're also not really a coaster guy. And it was saying like Flight of the Hippogriff is kind of like a Gadgets Go coaster type of thing, but I think it's more intense than Gadgets. And I remember as we're going up, because you and Wizard were sitting in front of me, and like I just see your hair, bro, and we start to go down, and then all of a sudden I hear you say, you're like, oh god.
Oh god.
Dude, I was dying, bro.
That is so funny, dude. Yeah, I'm telling you, that ride it's crazy. It's like a go coaster, but it's like 2 notches faster, probably.
Yes,
You know?
exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So speechless. I don't even know what to say. I gotta take a break. First things first, up in that station, the energy that everyone is giving, it literally feels like opening day right now. Like everybody, thank you for the exact same. Thank you so much. The energy that everyone is giving upstairs feels like opening day. Like everyone is going crazy on the rides. Everyone's clapping. Everyone's chanting. It is absolutely wild upstairs right now.
I love that.
I wish I was able to film some more of the queue, but it's just one of those things you just have to be here for. Like, this is crazy. They're gonna have to drag me out of this park. I don't want to leave. I'm not leaving this place. This is literally amazing. I might even have to do the overnight challenge here, because they're literally gonna have to drag me out. I am so serious when I say they're gonna have to drag me out of this park. Like, the park has been closed for an hour, 15 minutes. I am one of the last people standing. Stardust is done running for the night. That was the last ride that was open. They're gonna have to drag me out of this place. I might get banned tonight. On a serious note, though, I literally cannot believe today was real. Like, words cannot describe what I'm feeling right now. Even though I've been here, like I said, for a total of probably 15 times now, nothing has even come close to what tonight felt like. Like, just seeing this place from the ground view, like we've been seeing.
So as he's talking, and by the way, I really love his like excitement and enthusiasm for this park.
Oh, me too. Yeah,
throughout the video when he's walking around, I'm looking at the background, and with it being nighttime, I actually really love to see how, like, because of course, you always have like your nighttime light ups for the attractions for certain buildings, right? Like the lighting package and stuff like that. But I do love to see that, like the kind of the base buildings and the walking paths, or like the sidewalks or whatever. I love to see like there's a lot of lighting for when you're walking around like the park at night.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's very well lit. Very just the lighting package. It's good. Very elegant. Yeah, it's spot on. Like they absolutely hit a home run with the lighting package.
In the aerial shots at nighttime, but seeing it from
and the music too. When he's walking through, you can kind of hear a little bit of it in the background, but it's like that classic kind of like that Steven Spielberg, John Williams like swooping sound. That it's just an amazing score. Like I hope Universal like releases like the land music or something. Cool. Like, yeah, eventually, because I would love to get my hands on that.
From the ground view is completely different animal. Like, this is, oh man, there's a portal. I don't know what to say right now.
Pause on that. Yo, that looks sick.
Let's do that. Let's check that out. Hold on one second. Let me get to it. Let me see.
Bro, dude, look at that shit, dude. Is that for Isle of Burke?
Isle of Burke, man. Isle of Burke is like it's like the MVP, dude. Like, this is a land I kind of, again, like Monsters, I kind of wrote it off like years ago. I was like, whatever, it's a kid's land. Bro, Isle of Burke is amazing. Isle of Burke looks awesome. And it looks like, from what I'm hearing, like the most fleshed out, like most complete of all the lands. Because you have like shows, attractions. Dude, you even have flying dragons. I mean, it's pretty sick. Absolutely sick.
That is beautiful, dude. I'm a person that really loves like a lot of like different colors, of course, in a good way, right? But this is just freaking awesome, dude. And especially with like, I like the entryway of the portal where it's like has like that kind of red color there. I don't know, for some reason when I see like that kind of red color, I think of dragons, maybe because of fire. I don't know. Yeah. But I love the lighting on the rock work, on the trees. Like, it's just really nice, dude. It's awesome.
Absolutely. And plus, also, dragons are synonymous a little bit with red due to like the Lunar New Year stuff and all that. So subconsciously, we kind of associate that color with dragons. But yeah, it's gorgeous, man.
There's a portal there. This is, I don't know what to say right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I kind of feel like I'm about to tear up right now. This is, like, I've been following this project along for the last almost 7 years now. The fact that we're actually walking on the ground, riding the rides here, walking around the park, seeing it with the lights on, seeing the Helios in the background right now, it's a feeling that you honestly cannot understand. And also the fact that you have to realize this is the first.
And think about that. Think about that for a second. Like, we're both Californians, right? We're from Cali. I've only been to Florida once. And that was a couple years ago. But think about it. Like DZ was saying, like, he's followed this project for 7 years, man. 7 years. And he's in that area. So he followed it very closely for 7 years. Now he's finally there. It's accumulation of those 7 years finally coming to that day. Wow. What does that feel like, right? Like, that's got to be crazy,
Dude, that's
7 years. You're watching this thing from the ground when it was a hole in the ground, just dirt. And now here you're walking through. You got the giant Helios. You got the Stardust things going through. It's got to be overwhelming, man. It's got to be crazy.
Oh, for sure. It's especially for someone like him, who's probably like a huge theme park fan, right? And also, of course, a Universal fan. But it's cool to even see it, to even be alive in a time, OG, where we have like a new theme park in like modern social media time.
Yes. You know? We haven't had a new one for over, like, I think the last one was Islands of Adventure. Was Islands of Adventure? Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. No, it was, DCA. When it was DCA 2001. Yeah.
Okay.
At least statewide, right? I don't think we've had anything since then. Florida, though, I think the last one Florida's had, though, I think might have been IOA.
Okay.
So, but still, I mean, it's been a while.
But yeah, even then, it's been a while. And even now, like Universal, they're done with Florida. Dude, now they're going to the UK. Now they're going to the UK. Another new modern theme park, coming up in the next, probably 7 years, same time frame, right?
Oh, yeah. So, absolutely. And that's rumored to have a Back to the Future land, which was going to be sick.
And 007.
And 007 stunt show. So we'll see how that all shakes out. But, we're going to Fan Fest soon over at Universal Hollywood. I can't wait for that. If that Back to the Future stuff proves to Universal that franchise is still very viable, which I believe it is.
Yeah, me too.
I would not be shocked if we start to see Universal start making a lot of Back to the Future attractions,
Bro, I'm telling you right now, Back to the Future needs to come back to Hollywood. Okay. Now, again, I'm just biased because California, but no, it needs to come back to Hollywood, Hollywood and movies and stuff like that, right? California, Southern California, LA. I want to see a Hill Valley land, right? You don't have to call it Hill Valley land. Just call it Hill Valley. There you go. That's what it is.
Just make it. I want to see this current generation of Universal. Like, we haven't seen modern Universal build a Back to the Future attraction.
No.
That Back to the Future attraction was like in the early 90s, man. Like 1990 probably, or 91 or something like that, right? I want to see Comcast, who built Epic Universe, who built Monsters Unchained, who built all the recent cool stuff that they've done, like with Wizarding World, all that. I want to see that company tackle Back to the Future. It would be insane, bro. It'd be absolutely insane. I think what they can do with it would be absolutely bonkers. Get rid of the stupid like Simpsons area. Just get rid of that stuff, man. And
the only thing that I have a hard time thinking though for that is when you look at the Simpsons area, and I think we talked to the Wizard about this. Is it really big enough to, like, let's say, hold a Hill Valley area where you have the clock tower, you have the 80s? Is it the 80s cafe?
Yeah, from part 2, the 80s cafe.
Yeah. You have 80s cafe, and then you have like one, because most lands come with at least 2 attractions, right? So is there even enough space in all that for 2 attractions, the 80s cafe, and maybe another quick service restaurant or something? And like some meet and greet areas, right? And some retail. Is there enough space in that little spot for all of it? Because if not, just make all that extension of Harry Potter or something, and then give Back to the Future its own area.
Its own area. Yeah, exactly. And I know, and Theme Park Wizard can get into it more. He's been watching this stuff. Like, his coverage of this is amazing. He follows all the permits and all that stuff. So big shout out to Theme Park Wizard. Go over and subscribe to him on YouTube. He's he's family here at OG55. He's like my little brother. I love Wizard. He's awesome. I love that dude. But like, but I remember him telling me like not too long ago that Universal is really trying to work things with like these sound stages and moving sound stages to like accommodate like the theme park.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they might have to do something like that, because you're right. The Simpsons area is kind of tight. It's kind of tight, but we'll see.
Brand new major theme park opened up in the U.S. since 2001. That was back when California Grand Adventure, whatever it's called, California's Adventure, Disney, whatever the Disney park.
Okay, so yeah, what's
the first park opening up since then?
DCA.
To put in perspective, just imagine being here on the opening day of Magic Kingdom, being here on opening day at Epcot, Hollywood, so whatever it might have been, like a major park like that. We have not seen this in almost over 25 years, and also to this scale, it's just, it's just no words to describe what we're about to see right now.
And here's the thing too. Is Epic Universe perfect? No, it's not. I mean, look, we've done videos, and there have been things we've like, I don't like that, or they could have done that better. And that goes for any park, really. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this with the flaws, because every park's going to have them. Okay. Even Disneyland, like the greatest park ever built by Walt Disney, like a genius of our time, had its flaws on opening day. Right. So even with Epic Universe's flaws, it's a fantastic foundation to start on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you're starting with a solid freaking park. Is it perfect? No. But now you have something really awesome to work with, dude. So go ahead. I do apologize, brother.
No, you're absolutely right. And I also wanted to go out too. Again, I'm looking at the background here. I'm listening to what you're saying, but I'm also looking at the background. I love the way the architecture they have built here. Like the stonework, the rock work, the way the buildings look. It looks very, I mean, yeah, it's all new, but I don't know, something about it looks very pristine. I don't know, that's a word that's coming to me is pristine.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And honestly, some Disney Sea vibes here and there. Yeah, man, it's impressive. Again, not a perfect park, but it's a damn good start. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so. Right. And you're saying a park that is perfect means that it never has to be worked on ever again, right? And like you're saying, Disneyland to me is like, again, I have not been to every theme park or Disney park in the world, but to me, it's one hell of a fucking park.
Oh,
and to me, it's my favorite park. But that doesn't mean that it's perfect. And here's why. Walt Disney Imagineering, the last few years have still been making improvements to Disneyland.
Right.
I mean, look at Toontown, right? I mean, I thought the Toontown we had was fine, but this one was way better. So if something can be better, can be added, then there's still room for improvement.
Yeah, and that's the fun of being a park fan. It wouldn't be fun if everything was perfect and nothing needed to change. The fun part, I think, for theme park fans and like what we do here on YouTube is the fact that things aren't perfect. So we can look at things and go, they should improve that. How can they improve that? Like that's part of that fun. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, that's why I love watching California Adventure. Like it's growth, it's progress, because it's very much a flawed park, but the flaws make it more interesting to kind of work with and kind of figure out what the future of that park is. You know, because it just makes it more fun that you're trying to improve upon this thing that isn't maybe an A+. You know what I'm saying? It's fascinating to kind of see what can they do to make it even better. And I don't know, I love watching stuff like that.
No, exactly. I just hope with this being a new park, because again, we see it time and time again that these Disney, park fans, and we're all Disney park fans or just Disney fans, we talk about how they go all the time and then they start to nitpick at like little stuff at the park, right? I hope Universal, and you're seeing Universal should not get the same nitpicks, but Universal should get, absolutely critiqued on stuff that is not right. And however, I hope with the kind of going forward with Disney and Universal, I don't want fans to keep going to the park so much where they start nitpicking stuff. I mean, you can go as much as you want, but don't get bored and then start like nitpicking, like for trying to find stuff to complain about. That's my issue. And I hope that Universal Epic Universe, it being a new theme park, doesn't fall into that kind of trap with these park goers.
Yeah, no, great point, Webba. Great point.
Right now, even the exit sign goes insanely hard. Look
Beautiful.
At this. You wonder
oh my god!
The answer lies within your heart,
dude. OG, I love the planets there stuff. Woo! Look at that.
Isn't that sick, dude?
Dude, look at the middle part right there with like the green starry galactic. Yeah, that part. What the hell?
I'm telling you, bro, I've seen a lot of footage of Epic Universe, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't seen a lot of it at night, not from the ground like this. I've seen a lot of like aerial shots of it at night. But when I was watching his video, I'm like, this is really sick, dude. Like it becomes almost like a completely different place at night. Yeah,
this is amazing. And I love the details, like they put like the little blue lights. Again, I don't know if it's like the camera or if it's actually like that, but the kind of the lights there on the little rim that's kind of like a U shape.
Oh yeah,
it kind of looks like stars almost.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm sure that's by design. Yeah. And then these, it's hard to tell, but these have like the image. This is like a little Mario right here. So they have the images of like the various symbols from like the different lands, which I think is really sick, dude.
Yo,
All right, guys, we got security right here behind us, kicking everyone out. Like I said, I was not leaving this park until they physically dragged me out of here. So I guess it's my cue to leave. Gotta walk through the exit portal. I do not want to leave this place. Like I said, I've been watching.
All right, so big shout out to DZ Rides. Make sure I'll be linking his YouTube channel in the description down below. Make sure you give him a subscribe. This man, he is awesome. I love his passion. I love his passion. He loves this stuff. Check him out. Fantastic video, great footage of Epic Universe at night. Mr. Webba, any final closing thoughts before we get out of here?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Obviously, you know, this was not a video of the entire park, but if what we just saw looked that good from those few sections, I can imagine what the rest of the park looks like with that great lighting package. You know that was really cool to see. That was really cool to see, because the funny thing is I actually haven't been watching a lot of videos on Epic Universe. Actually, well, I just haven't had the time really, so I haven't really been looking at a lot, seeing a lot of stuff, and so this was my first time seeing the nighttime aspect of it, and it was incredible. Like Universal did a fantastic job, and hopefully you know we'll get to go and check it out and see what it's like at nighttime. But I do remember, OG, on I think the last video with George, and was it with Marcus, I think, where we're talking about Epic Universe and talking about it being a nighttime park, and is that kind of a problem because most of your waking hours are during the day when the sun is out. So could that kind of hurt Epic Universe a little bit in terms of the crowd of when they're there versus not there?
Yeah, it's tough, man, because Universal isn't known really, especially out here in California. But they're not really known for like late hours for their parks. Yeah. So I would hope they understand how much people love this park at night. Yeah. And give us more nighttime hours. I believe it was released yesterday or the day before yesterday that the hours are going to be 9 to 9. So 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I mean, I would like to see that pushed out a little further, because you got to understand, for summertime, it doesn't even get dark until like 8 o'clock, dude. Yeah,
exactly.
So, I mean, not the end of the world to have 9 p.m., but I would like to see maybe like a 10 or an 11.
Well, right, especially when you have that of a fantastic lighting package and all the people who worked on that. Fucking show that shit off, man. At least be open later so that way you can show all that hard work and the dedication, the blood, sweat, and tears from these team members who actually did the work for the lighting, the architecture, all that stuff, right? Like, let the guests see the work that you put in Universal Comcast into this park to make it look beautiful at night. Let the guests embrace the beauty and the awe of this park, you know? Don't be closing the park right after the fucking sun sets.
No, exactly, man. Exactly. That's one of the things that frustrates me about Animal Kingdom. You know, I never even got to see that park at night, because I was there 2 years ago this July, and in the summertime, dude, it's like, you know, like the park closes like at 7 or something crazy like that, and it's it's not even dark yet.
No, but here's the thing with Epic though. There's no like live animals there, so what's the excuse?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, I think because it's new, so I think they're sort of like baby stepping it a little bit, like to see, you know.
Yeah. Although I'm curious, OG, what do you think? Do you think Epic Universe will have events type of nights at this park? Because already there's conversation about, will this park cannibalize the other two parks?
They will definitely have events. Because I heard that was like part of their design process for like the portals.
Okay.
This park is designed where they can do an event in one land and it doesn't really affect the rest of the park. You can close off one portal, have the event in there, and the rest of the park can kind of do its thing. Because there's just like that one entry point basically. So it's easy to close it off, cordon it off. So let's just say they want to do some Halloween event in Dark Universe. They can just close off Dark Universe and the rest of the park kind of operate. You know what I'm saying? So they're definitely going to do these events. This is going to be a heavy event park, I think.
Okay, nice. Well, OG, thank you so much for having me on, brother. It was awesome to be on this video and checking out this video and the nighttime aspects of Universal, and I'm very, very impressed.
Yeah, well, hey, hopefully we can all get down to Florida together as an OG55 crew, and we'll check it out ourselves one day. It'd be pretty awesome. But thank you all for joining, and thank you all so much for watching, and thank you DZ Rides for the amazing content. Make sure everybody at home subscribes to him. I will be linking his channel down below. Thank you for watching this episode of OG50.
Thank you for watching OG55. If you aren't already, consider becoming a member today.